Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, yeah, Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. He must be the commissioner of police, that guy, or anyone similar to that guy. I told Beki Tele when we were in that place where the whites were trying to destroy a police station. Senegal, where it was me and Mkhwanazi came, I said to Beki, this is the guy who must be a police commissioner, not these things you are offering to us all the time, who are driven by corruption and not to protect the streets and protect the integrity of the uniform. Go and look at Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Even his posture. Eh? Uniform not Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, when you look at him, you see a man in uniform who's disciplined, who's determined to deal with crime.
We really trained. We put proper. Mkhwanazi was the head of the special forces of.
Okay, even back then.
He's a highly decorated police, by the way. Mkhwanazi is one of the top special task force guys, and your French special forces could not train without him.
Wow.
Visiting as a training partner with them and all that. He's a really cop. So he was heading then the special forces.
I see.
That's why we support Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi of KwaZulu-Natal. We will never allow these criminals of the ANC to destroy Mkhwanazi, the police commissioner of KZN. They are doing so because Mkhwanazi is going to arrest all of them. I'm actually told that Mkhwanazi was about to arrest the Minister of Police. That's why they charged him.
Well, we have become aware of what General Mkhwanazi said, we have been saying. I didn't have time to look at TV, but there are those statements that he has made. We will, in good time, apply our minds.
I've been in the organization. I'm sure you'll recall what happened back in 2011. I had the entire state security, entire crime intelligence deployed on me. Because we were seen as a threat to the national security, simply because there was a file on our desk about a very senior politician. And as a result, they deployed all the state resources to counter that. And I mean, that's why I was sitting at home for a year, not working. So that was no surprise. South Africans have forgotten that. Yeah. I sit at home without doing anything, simply because I deal with the rogue animals in the organization, which then irritated some politicians. And I'm happy to say today, some of the rogue animals we're dealing with in the police are not in the service anymore. Some of them, senior people, are sitting in prison that we're dealing with back then in 2011. But when we're doing that, we were outcast. We were the bad ones, simply because we touched the wrong people. So we did not surrender then. We're not going to surrender now. So it's either we're on paper, we do it on paper, we find each other in court. You counter with whatever you counter. I'm not going to play in the media thing, so they can write whatever they like. Yeah. I've been there. I've for so many years. I've been bruised. So this doesn't scare me, and I'm not going to waste my breath in dealing with people that are faceless. But for those that are within the system that are doing things wrong, we're going to challenge them legally and deal with them. But if they want to come physical, we'll find each other on the field.
Mashane politically correct, a very big day for news last night. But as I release, I just want you, I'm not going to opine a lot about this. The reason is I'm very afraid. So there's this song, yes, Java. Someone was singing it. It goes, I can't sing, guys, forgive me for that. Uyena, oh yeah, something like that. So someone was saying, why can't that be sung for Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi? So for those who don't know, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, he's highly regarded, he's well sought after, he's one of the best career policemen we have. And in fact, because of his presence and capabilities, South Africans have always said, why should we have anyone leading the corps besides a career why am I confusing these politicians with corps? You see, we have had the era of Wujegisi Levi and Ubekitele. So what they're saying is, why can't politicians support? Let's put it this way. Why can't ANC politicians support real corps? Because we have top corps who are available to lead. Top corps who are available to lead. It reminds me of something. So as we do this, because mine is just to show you all this that you are seeing here. So I ran a poll, and all this number that you are seeing here comes from the poll, and the feedbacks coming from people. And what I want to do is, as always, I request you to pause and watch. Pause and watch. So what I was saying is, the reason I don't like this 800 million, close to a billion national dialogue is, I'm just going to mention a few things on top of my head. Number one, if they say they want national dialogue, they want Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi to be the president of South Africa, will they abide? No. So it's a wasted billion. If these people say they want death penalty to come back, will Ramaphosa abide? They will not. If they say they want foreign nationals not to be in South Africa, will Cyril Ramaphosa and his people allow? No. If these people say we want Phala to be investigated, they will not investigate it. If they say they want Nhlanhla to be declared a place for a place owned by South Africa, we're going to have a July unrest. So there is nothing that substantiates the purpose of the national shutdown. But as it is, because we want to talk about Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi, let's do this. He says when he was called to an unprecedented meeting, something that he has never seen, to a house to come and reconcile with Shadrach Sibia, he sat there, and the person who called the meeting could not speak much, but he said, I do not see why a criminal can reconcile with a policeman. Whew, the tension, you could cut it. You could cut it. This is one of the most explosive press conferences in the history of our country. Why? Because he was cladding military fatigue, task force uniform. Like, this man is one of the most decorated cops we have, young and stuff. But do you know how I scared people? Because he was cladding camouflage. Wearing military fatigue in Africa raises eyebrows. I bet there are people now who are already calling Trump, saying this guy wants to take over the country, because politicians are not happy with him. They are not happy with him because they are going to go down. They are already investigating fake intelligence reports to say, come and take Nhlanhla out. He wants to take over the country, because they are not used to being challenged, because he's ready to die. But anyway, let me read while you see. Like I say, you can pause and see many of these. I'm just going to read the few ones that are here. Amilcar Baleni says, we commend General Mkhwanazi and his team for their bravery. We live in a mafia state and no one is safe. Unfortunately, the EFF has consistently highlighted the fact that the fight against crime will not be won without uprooting the rot of the police top brass and politicians. And then Manikivana says, those who don't know, General Mkhwanazi is the most highly skilled, educated and trained officer, having served as a commander of the elite police unit, STF. He has also trained task forces in other countries like the USA, China, France, and among others. I think this is Nkuli Moyo. I think we should only have folks from the Special Task Force as commissioners. Mkhwanazi is a clear demonstration that they are better equipped to lead structures. Don't waste your time. The Patriotic Task Force member Mkhwanazi addressed the nation this morning. He's telling Fikile Mbalula, this is Menzezulu. 23 March movement, so this is the M23. He says, if they come after General Mkhwanazi, we will make this country ungovernable. This is Shadrack Sibia, the National Commissioner of Police, who disbanded the Special Task Team. Let's make him trend. The General Mkhwanazi Bekikele Jigisilevi. So the person who wrote this is Joy Zelda. If Litlonia 1 by 1 was a person, we stand with General Mkhwanazi. That is Thabo M. Kai Phelela. No DNA, just South Africa. Writes, useless sub said they won't help Xolani from Sizokuthola with his raids on drugs and drug dealers. But as soon as he went to KwaZulu-Natal, Mkhwanazi quietly sent police to assist him because he knows the damage that this causes on our youth and future of South Africa. So that's patriotism. So no DNA speaks about, for those who don't know, Xolani Khumalo was a reality show star in South Africa. He took to social media like a storm after being seen on television. He hunted down drug dealers, and unfortunately, when he was doing that, he attracted bad press from human rights commissions and when I say human rights commission, I'm not talking about the commission itself. Let me rephrase: human rights sympathizers, because of his stance of attacking this. And unfortunately, I don't think he picked these people, but most of these people were Nigerians, and people hated him for that. And unfortunately, in one of the incidents, there was a death, and he was blamed for it. He was removed from TV. And if you know the story, apologies, I just want to let those who do not know the story to follow. Chris Essel, they call him the president of Black Twitter. He says, I'm thinking of creating a donation campaign for Lord Mkhwanazi so we can buy him 2 cows before December as a sign of gratitude as citizens. Like I say, these pictures, you are just going to see them scrolling all over. You can pause and read for yourself. I'm just going to randomly mention them without you seeing the post. Progressive Info Center. So he quotes Mkhwanazi's speech. I'm not concerned about my safety. At least I have a gun to defend myself. What about an ordinary South African who cannot defend himself? I'm prepared to lay down my life for the safety of South Africans. That's General Mkhwanazi. I'm not concerned about my safety. I'm prepared to lay down my life for the... This is a repeat. As a South African, we stand with Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Ladies and gentlemen, the press briefing, you would have seen that the press briefing was in PDF, was the presentation is there. You'd watch it, but for now, I'm just going to leave you with a short clip. Tell me what you feel. No, I don't want to go overboard and over-analyze things myself, because then I'm afraid. I'm just going to leave you with this, and then you just keep seeing the videos. Politically incorrect.
Seems like you're encouraging the police to shoot.
I'm encouraging the police not to die with their weapons on their hands.
It doesn't matter whether you are national or provincial. You are in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. You are employed and deployed to work here and serve the people here. And I do hope and believe that you are a resident of this province. If you have already acquired a property elsewhere in the country, and you don't give a damn about the province of KwaZulu-Natal, because your family, your children, your ancestors are not here, then apply for a transfer and you leave.
Guys, can we please talk about this story? Allegedly, almost 240 police officers left KZN police service in the last 3 months. Let me tell you one thing about KZN police. Guys, they don't play. if you are working in KZN as a police officer, there's no time for those TikTok dance challenge. There's no time. You're always working, chasing izinkabi. Yeah, bullets are always flying. There is no time to play, guys. If you are looking for a job to secure a salary, not to serve the nation, then don't work in KZN. Guys, under this guy, General Mkhwanazi, you will work. You will work. There's no time for you to go raid this illegal Pakistan shops. There's no time for that. It's war. It's always war. You will feel like you are in Afghanistan. Yeah, you will feel like you are fighting in Afghanistan with the rebels. There's no time to play. You're always on your toes. You're always holding a gun. Yeah, in these other provinces, you'll find cops. Since they gave him a gun in training, until this day, it hasn't shot anyone. Yeah, even the bullets have rust to show that this guy doesn't shoot. Then KZN never. Yeah, they even gave you a backup magazine because they know that magazine is gonna finish in the day. It's you and Inkabi. Yeah, skitrek. Guys, here you don't play here. Yeah, here you don't. Once you wear a uniform, then it's war. Yeah, we are straight, it's war. Some cops here, they are relaxing. If you want a salary, you'll work in other provinces. Then you get a salary. Then if you want to serve the nation, it's here. 240 police left, but in Gege. These Nkabis will kill me. Here is always gun here. We don't play. Guys, here they don't play. Those TikTok cops and what they doing the challenge, the one that, relax in a police station, chatting. Not here. Here it's war. Yeah, here it's when they say, guys, back up, it means back up. Manji we are new. So, guys, salute to the KZN police service. They are putting their lives on the line daily. Yeah, they're always dodging bullets daily. So they need respect. Shout out to them. Shout out to Mr. General Mkhwanazi for the wonderful team that he has.
But we are born again. Nyakina ne uvimba manje la kufika kona ndaba shungumezeka ngiyaqeda lapha siyaphula siyabuya sizala ngifanelekile so ingakho sengile enengicasulayo kakhulu yilokuthi kunimase vinjiwe la insizwa zeni lezi niziqashile sibenzela nini simasifika sikhuluma zithi amana ukukhuluma nekhulu izona esiyasizeka bese sithatha imoto ke ngithi ngivime ngapha nangapha ngiliqoqa lezi imoto bayalwa futhi uyayizwa angeke kufukuphula umthetho amaphoyisa mathi ayasebenza bese futhi uphindulisa amaphepha shuthi masukulisa amaphoyisa ke acaca ukuthi sekuyimpi asilweni asimisele ngokulwa nayo so sivumelene ukuthi ngesonto ngizokuthina kutshela isikhathi ngizoconfirm isikhathi during the day.